Hello everybody, and welcome back to What If Naruto Was a Video Hybrid. First of all, I wanted to apologize for the long hiatus. 2020 has been a crazy year for me, but hopefully, now I'll be back at the swing of it. Now, before I start with the story, I will leave a poll in the video to choose what new anime should I begin doing what ifs. The two choices are Dragon Ball and My Hero Academia. The one who gets the most votes will be the new addition to the channel that will be introduced after I make part 2 of the story. I plan to continue the story right away once the video is ready. If you haven't done it, see part 0 to understand the story, but to summarize, the body explored what would happen if we were to adapt how Naruto was in his battle manga, in which he was the ninth son to the main manga, meaning instead of having the video sit inside him, he inherited the power and trait of Kurama. Also, I would appreciate if you guys can suggest a name for this what if that better fits the concept. Now, without further ado, let's start with the story. Years have passed, and a lot has changed since the last part. According to the previous video poll, it seems they are really strong against their canon counterparts. Let's start with Naruto. He has now grown a full tail, which reflects how much his chakra and body have grown. His taijutsu is still more on the brawler and intuitive side, almost feral. Yet, thanks to Sasuke and Hinata constant sparring with him, he is far more developed and effective, especially while fighting in his true form, having slowly overcoming the difficulty of controlling chakra while disguised, with picking up a few ninjutsu such as Breakthrough and Wind Bullet. Next is Sasuke, and discovered his Sharingan far earlier than in canon. He trained with his Sharingan, he slowly marathoned entirely, giving him access to all his benefits, allowing him to learn new taijutsu and jutsu with ease, as long as his body and chakra allowed. And they were not the only one having this type of growth. Hinata had grown more confident thanks to the early friendship with Naruto. She tried not only to put more effort in training, but also to develop a bit of a rivalry with Sasuke, kind of a Sharingan vs Byakugan. Shikamaru and Shoji also present considerable growth. Shoji, inspired by his friend's hard work, started to put more effort into learning his family jutsu. Shikamaru, on the other hand, is not trained like them. Still, the group constant misadventure inside the village and helping his mind grow sharper. This growth did motivate their classmates to put more effort, especially since in their eyes they were about to be left behind by Naruto of all people. Still, some see the group grow and closeness with envy. Eventually, the day came for them to take their final test to become a genin. Yet Naruto still failed the test after his clone came out looking just like his real self, startling him. Having failed the test yet again, Naruto asked Hiruka for another chance. Still, Hiruka refused since it was his last opportunity. Naruto felt devastated since all his friends passed but he couldn't. The group tried to cheer him up, but Naruto couldn't handle the fact that he would have to wait another year to become a genin. While at the same time, his friend moved forward. He ran off, leaving them behind. While they discussed how they could help Naruto, Sasuke would feel someone had been observing them and decided to go after Naruto himself. Mizuki would approach Naruto once he is by himself, use his felt sympathy and suggest to Naruto to get the Scroll of Seal and learn one of the jutsu inside of it to become a genin. At the same time, Naruto could feel something is off about Mizuki and his offer thanks to his capability to sense evil intent. Still, he is desperate enough to do it anyway. The young ninja had easy time getting into the Hokage office unnoticed, thanks to the relationship he had with Hiruzen, which gave him time to spare when reading the scroll content. Sasuke eventually catch up with the exhausted Naruto. Naruto, what the hell are you doing? He approached, exasperated at him for doing something so stupid. Sasuke, how do you find me? What do you mean what I'm doing? I'm doing what Mizuki Sensei told me so I can become a real ninja too. Naruto replied, tired but happy. I will learn a cool new jutsu, Naruto asked. Mizuki Sensei told you to steal the scroll? Why? Now the entire village is after you. Sasuke quickly informed Naruto, who is alarmed by the revelation. Things worsened as Naruto once again felt his evil intent and quickly tackled Sasuke down. They narrowly avoid the flying barrage of shuriken. You should have stayed out of this, Uchiha. Now you will die alongside that gold fox, Mizuki said as he come out of the shadow. Why are you doing this? Naruto asked in shock. My reason is my own. Will be known as the ninja who killed the fox demon that went raw will be a nice bonus. Sasuke stood up and ready up for battle. Come on, Naruto, let's take care of the excuse of a ninja. Sasuke pulled his kunai and get his guard up, but noticed Naruto wasn't answering. He looked back and see the now frightened Naruto paralyzed, and he realized the waste of his action. His mind had been overtaken by fears, knowing that all this is his fault. He shouldn't have gone for the scroll. He knew it was a terrible idea, yet he was so desperate. Why do you keep making this mistake? Snap out of it, you loser. Are you going to give up that easily? Sasuke shot out at Naruto, who looked up at Sasuke standing between him and Mizuki. You're the one that never shut up about never giving up, and here you are, throwing yourself in self-pity. Don't make me laugh. Mizuki saw that Uchiha distracted and quickly threw his large shuriken at him. They just graduated from the academy, so it should be quite easy to dispose of them. But Mizuki was wrong on his assumption, and he saw Sasuke's eyes change as the Sharingan flared up on that familiar crimson red. For Sasuke, the large shuriken approached in slow motion. He quickly grabbed and redirected the momentum of the projectile back to Mizuki, who narrowly avoided. Don't you dare to call yourself my rival if this is how you are. Sasuke spat the last sentence with anger. He knew Naruto. He knew he could be soft with him, especially now he has to fuel the fire inside of him one way or another. Naruto flinched, overwhelmed by everything Sasuke said. Clenched his fist and bit his lower lips, driving blood out. Sasuke was right. He couldn't give up now after all he had said and done. So why did he have to wait another year to become a ninja? He would keep pushing forward, even if he had to craft his way toward his dream. You're right. I was quite pathetic, don't I? Naruto said before wiping the blood off his mouth. He stepped forward in front of Sasuke. Let me handle this clown by myself. I'm going to make him regret using me like this. Sasuke sneered. Glad that Naruto recovered his fighting spirit. Go ahead, he won't even make for a decent warm-up. Infuriated, Mizuki pulled another of his large shurikens. Who do you think you are? Do you expect a pair of kick and defeat a properly trained shonin? Naruto get on his fighting stance, red chakra flowing from him as he the sky started to peel off, revealing his true form to Mizuki. Oh, but you have forgotten already what you said earlier, Mizuki? Naruto quickly made a group of hand seals that Mizuki didn't recognize. I am the demon fog of Konoha! A massive puff of smoke covered the area around Mizuki, who hid his face before looking around in fear. You will need more than your cheap trick to scare me, you freak! Mizuki screamed in a fake bravado, just to be replied by many voices around him, sounding somehow feral. No more tricks! The smoke cleared, and Mizuki found himself surrounded by hundreds of Naruto clones in the fox form, snarling and baring their teeth and claws ready. Just straightforward beatdown! All Mizuki could do was to scream in horror while all those clones lunged toward him. Sasuke watched the scene unfold, was surprised at how much growth Naruto had in such a short time. A subtle smile sneaked into his face. Naruto, I won't let you surpass me that easily. After said incident passed, and was informed to Iruka and the other, they allowed him to graduate, giving Naruto his headband to show he is now a real ninja. Soon they come for the team to be assigned. When Naruto arrived at the class, he spotted many familiar faces. One of them, Kiba, quickly remarked on what the hell he's doing here. Only real ninjas are allowed. Naruto replied by confidently pointing at his headband. Are you blind? I'm a ninja now. Kiba snarled and scoffed. It seems they now accept anyone as a ninja. Naruto gets infuriated by Kiba's remark, even snarling back at him. Still, his attention is quickly pulled away by the voice of Hinata, who called Naruto while waving her hand in the air. Naruto looked back at her before giving a scoff, letting him know this conflict isn't quite over. The classroom didn't stay calm for too long as Sasuke fangirls, including Sakura and Ino, stormed in trying to sit next to the class, just to find out all the seats around him were taken. They even tried to go over Naruto forcefully. Still, they were swiftly stopped by a Byakugan glare coming from Hinata, who then remarked in a scary calm tone it was rude to force people out of their seat. Maybe next time they should try to arrive earlier. Iruka arrived at the classroom not long after this little incident. He started assigning the team of 3, going in order, eventually reaching Team 7, which would be formed by Sakura Haruno, Sasuke Uchiha, and Naruto Uzumaki. Sakura cheered for a moment when she learned she's on the same team as Sasuke, before groaning when Naruto's name is brought up. Naruto is somehow confused about why Sakura and most Sasuke fangirls didn't like him. He barely paid attention to them. Sasuke then will speak up and ask Iruka why isn't Hinata on their team. Their dojutsu complement each other perfectly. Iruka then informed Sasuke all teams were made so they were balanced. So putting the two of the strong Gekkeigen in the same team would create a great unbalance for the rest of the team. He then informed them they will meet their new teacher later that same day. Sasuke scoffed, upset by this, with Sakura feeling dejected that Sasuke openly admitted he preferred Hinata over her. Once the class was over, and feeling tension on his team, Naruto suggests that they should eat while they wait for the teacher. But Sakura, letting her jealousy take the best of her, tells him to leave the two alone and stop being annoying, as she clings to Sasuke. Naruto flinched as Sakura suddenly lashing out at him. He even asks her what his problem is. But before she could answer, Sasuke pushed her away and glared at her. The problem is that she's an annoying spoiler girl, Sasuke said, quite annoyed with the pink head Kunoichi. If you think it's just because I'm stuck in the same thing as you will force me to like you, you are dead wrong. Sasuke added as his Sharingan flared up. I will tell you this once. Don't get in my way. He left the area, leaving Naruto and Sakura by themselves. Sakura is disheartened by Sasuke's harsh words and begins to cry. Naruto approached and tried to comfort her, but she yelled to leave her alone before running off elsewhere. This is going to be rough, Naruto said to himself. Finally, that afternoon, after waiting for quite a while in a somehow awkward silence, Kakashi arrived at the classroom and introduced himself, but quickly noticed the room's heavy tension. He decided to bring them out to the roof, hoping a change of scenery would alleviate such stress. Once inside, instead of asking them to introduce themselves, he decided to be more direct about what he saw. Okay, I can see there is some bad blood between the three of you. It's understandable. Sometimes the thing you are assigned is wasn't you expect to be. But you three need to learn to leave that behind if you want to become a ninja. Sometimes you have to work with people you don't like, and there is no way around it. All three ninjas tried to speak up, but were quickly interrupted by Kakashi. I'm not finished. Usually I don't like to be upfront about this, but it seems with you three I will have to. For tomorrow morning, I have a test prepared for you three. It's meant to see if you can work as a team. If you fail the same test, I will be forced to send you all three back to the academy for your safety. Kakashi delivered this news in a relatively calm yet serious tone. All three protest about it, saying it wasn't fair. He can't do something like this. To which Kakashi replied, I can and I will. So you better ready yourself for tomorrow. That will be the end of part 1 of What If Naruto Was a Video Ghibli. Hope you guys enjoyed it even after the long delay. I'm being Electric Fiend and I'll see you guys the next time.